Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working in my vacation album. I'm really excited to share with you the rest of my vacation album. Now, if you haven't seen the videos from the past few weeks, I will link them up at the eye, and I will also link the playlist. Now, I stopped at half of day, I believe we're at day 3, no, day 4, and I'm still working on day 4. I have a lot of pictures. We did a lot of touristy things, so I'm still working on day 4. And I decided to speed this up by going ahead and choosing my cards and getting my pages ready to embellish, just so my videos aren't so long. The process to create an album like this takes a very long time, and editing these videos takes a long time. Now, anyways, all I'm doing right now is I decided to use this really old 4x6 card from, I believe, a Beautiful Mess kit. And it had these mountains, which was perfect. The colors matched perfectly with my photos. So I decided to stamp out all the little places we went to while we were visiting one of the islands in the Philippines. And I decided also to use my Kelly Perky Brooklyn stamp set to do that. I'm also using another stamp set from Kelly Perky. I believe it was the camping stamp set, I'm not sure, but as always, I add all the links for everything I use in my videos down below for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and also go through my embellishments. I'm going to end up adding a little Studio Calico chipboard to this 4x6 card and then call that one done. When I'm working in my vacation album, I've said this before, I try to stick to a certain kit because the kits usually match and they have the matching embellishments and all that good stuff. So I keep that kit right next to me on my desk, but I still go through my own stash and add things if needed. So it makes the process so much easier when you're working with a kit. Now, these pictures from day 4, we went to check out the bamboo little bridge that goes over the river. And this bamboo bridge was so scary to cross. I'm telling you, it took me a while to actually do it, but we all did it, and it was amazing. I can't believe that bamboo bridge is still holding up. So I'm just adding little embellishments to these beautiful pictures. This is a picture of my son trying out some grilled bananas. He loved it, and I decided to use my Feed Your Craft Let's Eat stamp set to add this little stamp that says Let's Eat, and you can fill it out with enjoyed by and the date and place. So I went ahead and filled that out and sticking it to my photo. The next 3x4 picture is of us crossing the bridge. And I really wanted to use this 3x4 card that said Let's Be Explorers. So I'm going to trim down my photo to fit in that 3x4 card. I don't do this often, but when I have a kit full of beautiful cards, I will go ahead and trim down my picture to fit in a 3x4 card. That way I'm using some of my 3x4 cards and I'm still documenting a picture. I'm adding a little puffy sticker that matched perfectly. It was in green. It was a speech bubble that said love, so I just added that in that little square right above my photo. Finishing up this side of my spread by adding a wood veneer that says crazy because the experience was crazy right above us crossing the bridge and calling this side of my spread done. Now my next layout is still all about crossing this bamboo bridge, and I decided to add how many meters that bridge was. Now, I didn't find a 0 in my chipboards. This little chipboard 10 came from Felicity Jane, and it's really for December Daily, but I bought it because I knew I would use the heck out of it. Because I didn't have a 0 for my 40, I decided to cut down one of my numbers to get that 0, and that way I could use it for my 40, if that makes sense. So I end up adding the 40 with my wood veneers, and then I'm going to use some puffy stickers to add meters. I believe I ended up not even adding the S to meter because I didn't have any more left. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm okay with that. I'm also going to be, you can see that I left some space in that 3x4 pocket, so I didn't add anything because I knew I wanted to add some sort of embellishment. So I'm going through my chipboards. I'm going to end up using a circle chipboard, and I'll also back it up with another chipboard once I work on the backside of the spread. I will go through my color cast design. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention that I like to back up my chipboards on some acetate because they will stay in place. And when you add another chipboard to the backside of that acetate, it will work perfectly and it won't shift or move in your pocket. Anyways, now I'm going through my color cast design. Acrylics, I'm going to end up adding this little green camera right above my 40, and I'll also add another wood veneer to this 3x4 card that says living in the moment, and call this side of my spread done. Also wanted to mention that while we were on the bridge, there was a photographer and he took a few pictures of us. And when we did purchase them, they gave them to us in a 4x6 vertical, and I don't use 4x6 vertical. So I decided to add them in a separate pocket. And this is literally just going to go right before or in between my spreads in my album. Now I flipped over my layout and I'm going to start working on the back side of the spread. And I'm going to go ahead and back up that circle chipboard. Just grabbed a really pretty blue that matched my cards really well. You can see that I'll switch out the cards as I go. So if a card that I already added and I didn't like, I'll switch it out and add something that matches better with my spread. I'm going through my label stickers because I want to stamp out, I believe I added like adventure or moments of adventures or something like that. And I'm going to stamp it on this black label sticker from Kelly Perky and add it to this 4x6 photo of all of us with our friends checking out the man-made forest. Now this next photo, I'm keeping it simple. I'm just going to go through my wood veneers and I will add fun. And right above that fun, I will go through my word stickers and add a little phrase right above that. So it's just going to say the perfect day and it was fun. I'm moving on to this photo of my son. We went and checked out these little tiny monkeys. You can only find them in a certain area on the island, and they are so cute and so tiny. You can barely see them in this little photo. So I decided to use some wood veneer arrows pointing towards the little monkey. These monkeys also like the peace and quiet. You can't make a lot of noise. And if you do, they actually commit suicide because they get so stressed out. So I decided to add 2 photos of the little monkeys and the little sign that talks about being quiet and why they get upset so easily. And I used my alpha stickers to add the names or the name of the monkey right on that little collage. Finishing up the side of my spread by adding a flare button to one of my 3x4 cards. And I'm also going to be stamping using the Studio Calico stamp set that came with the kit. So I end up stamping "Enjoy the Journey" on this 3x4 card and calling this side done. Now I'm going to grab the next few layouts. We are still in day 4 and we decided to go have lunch on this boat where you have like a live band. It was beautiful and you get to have lunch. There's a buffet and all that good stuff. So all of my pictures, or most of my pictures, were 4x6 horizontals. So I decided to use this insert to be able to use my photos. And I'm going to end up using a flip pocket because I had that ephemera piece that I also wanted to add. I'm using my Kelly Perky Jenkins Alpha stamps to stamp out the name of the river. And I'm also going to go through my chipboards and I'll end up adding a little heart right in the center of my O and call this card done. Now, when I use my flip pockets, I like to use my bone folder to kind of keep my flip pocket down. If you don't do this, your flip pocket will always keep flipping up and it's annoying. So I use my bone folder for that. And now I'm just gonna start adding my 4x6s. Now I wanna back up this 4x6, so I will end up using this 3x4 card that says love this place, and this really old June wood veneer. I've had that June wood veneer in my stash for 2 years at least, so I thought it was the perfect spot to use it. I'm gonna finish this flip pocket by adding a tab. I love using my Avery tabs to add like little words and a tab to my flip pockets because it will remind me that there's something behind my 4x6 card. Finishing up the side of my insert by stamping So Good on one of my Kelly Perky label stickers. And then I'm going to flip over this insert and start working on the back side. Now we are still on this river having lunch, and I had a few more pictures that I wanted to document. Now I did want to mention that I had a lot of pictures, you guys. I can't even count how many pictures I had to choose from. I still didn't even go through our family GoPro that still had more pictures on there, but I decided to just choose the pictures that will tell the story, that will remind us of this adventure. So I always recommend, don't feel like you have to add every single picture. Like having lunch on this river, I ended up with at least 40 photos from that lunch, but I decided to cut them down and I ended up with 5 or 6, and that's okay. Don't feel like you have to use every single picture. Just use the ones that are meaningful, the ones that will tell the story of the moment. I'm going to end up using a chipboard to document that last 4x6 photo on the bottom. Now that's a picture of my son. He danced with the local girls. He was adorable, you guys. Oh my gosh, this kid is so brave. They asked everybody on the boat if anyone wanted to dance, but he was definitely the one that said, yes, I want to try it. And he went for it. He did such a good job and he danced with the locals. And I love that. And this is a moment where, I could have used all the pictures of him dancing with the locals, but just one will remind me of that moment and represent that memory. I'm down to 2 more spreads for day 4. I'm documenting the beautiful sunset. We stayed on Alona Beach, and this was literally the sunset almost every day. So I'm going to be using my magical stamp set from Kelly Perky, and I'm going to stamp magical with my White Brilliance ink. And I have another photo of the sunset, my daughter and I standing on the beach. And I'm just going to go through my embellishments and add some stickers. I also will grab that 3x4 photo of us holding some organic ice cream. Oh my gosh, I think that was the best ice cream I've ever had. I think we tried like dragon fruit, kiwi, all kinds of different ice creams, and they were all so amazing. So I decided to stamp ice cream makes me happy. I believe that's from one of my Feed Your Craft stamp sets. I'm going to stamp that in the label and add it to my 3x4 photo. I want to add a little color to this pink 4x6 card. I love this card, but sometimes I feel like I need to bring in some darker colors when I use pink. So I decided to add this blue label and a white heart. Then I'm going to go through my wood veneers because I want to add something to this summer card. I end up using hashtag goals. Love it because we definitely, these were goals of ours this summer to travel and check out some new countries and create some new adventures. So definitely hashtag goals was perfect for this. Gonna flip over my layout and start working on the back side of my spread. This is the end of day 4, and my kids still had energy and they wanted to play in the water and swim and all that good stuff. So we decided to go down to the beach and let them enjoy the night on the beach. I am using my Ellie Studio kit. I don't purchase a lot of Ellie Studio kits, but they had a huge sale a while back, so I bought a few, and I love the yellows and the rainbow in that 3x4 card. I felt like it worked really well with my photos. I trimmed down this 3x4 photo to fit this card because the side of the card, it said sun on my face and what is it, wind in my hair, I believe. I really like that card, so I figured out a way to be able to add my picture on it, and I'm just adding a little rubber embellishment that says "Hey you" to this picture of my kids playing in the sand, or my daughter burying my son in the sand. They also made one of the monkeys using the sand on the beach. Oh my gosh, it turned out beautiful. They did such a good job, and they did have some help from a friend. He's very artistic, and he helped them out and created this monkey that we saw that day. And I'm just going to be adding it to this 3x4 card that says remember when, and a little word phrase right under or on my photo. Finishing up my spread, I'm almost done. I'm just going to go through my color cast design. I thought I would use the summer acrylic, but I really like the simple white heart, so I'm going for that. I will be adding some stamping. I'm just going to stamp out June using some Kelly Perky Alpha stamps, and I'm going to go through my embellishments and end up using a really pretty red that said currently exploring. It's just a red chipboard. I decided to use the red because it really brought in the rainbows from that 3x4 card. Now I'm done. I'm going to end up adding some enamel dots and a word sticker to my 4x6 title card. And I call my spreads for day 4 done, you guys. Anyways, I will be sharing some more from my vacation albums. Let me know if you like the longer videos with all the spreads in one video, or if you like me to cut them down for you. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.